What is up, guys? Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to try my hand at casting. So I'm just going to, react to a VOD of a set with the sound off and just, see how I do. Try to get my name out there because, like, low-key, like, casting at a LAN event, like Riptide or something, that would be pretty sick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it'd be cool. Like, meet all the people, like, the staff, the TOs. You probably become a TO, too. Like, I'd be down. Like, anyone, if you need, like, a TO or a caster, like, on any online tournament, bro, hit me up. Except SOS. I can't do SOS. Timing sucks because I'm gonna go back to school and yeah, I can't do SOS anymore. But yeah, if you want a caster, hit me up. So I'm gonna be mock casting the grand finals from August 2025 low week. I've never seen it before. I know who won, but like I haven't watched the set, so no, this is like just first take, just me trying at it. So see how it goes. I really hope this mic isn't like trash. What is trash? I need a new mic. It's okay. But regardless, we're gonna get into it. LDE Forge, LDE Pro is good versus Octo Express. Of course, you're gonna see an LDE Forge from the former team, and Octo Express running a Luna Neo and an Ink Brush with a 10 attack and edit to, round it out, give them some extra paint. But here we go, we're gonna get into it, and the Stamper on LDE Forge is good. It goes down quite early, but it's a trade out with the T-Tech from the other side, so it's just going to be a bit of a stalemate in mid. Critter gets there, cooler already for Octo Express, going to start walking up through the zone, try to poke something. Not really going to get anything going. It's a decoy for Meat Boy to go in with their hammer. They're going to get a trade, and then it's another trade on the other side. It's 2-2. Yellow goes down due to a rogue Booyah Bomb from the good LDE Forge Pro, and it's just trades happening left and right on the zone. TK just trying to paint zone, poke out, try to get some early 70s. Gonna get a 70 on the Meat Boy, and then finish it, completely canceling his hammer. And LDE Forge is good, is up. Red almost has their cooler. They're not going to opt to push yet because they know that Octo Express was also cooler, so they're just going to wait for more event, wait for more specials. TK, and I believe the shot is going to go in and flank. It's going to be another trade. Still positive numbers for LDE Forge is good, just winning every single fight. They're also going to shut down a flank from the left side from the T-Tech, I believe, and now the entirety of mid belongs to LDE Forge is good. Time is ticking down, only 30 ticks remaining on the zone. They have strikes and hammer online for Octo Express. They kind of need to go. They almost cap the zone. Meat Boy gets a kill. It's gonna get traded out, but Octo Express does cap the zone, stalls out the game a little bit longer. Shinigami is gonna have to back up from this flank on the right. Shinigami is just doing brush things, honestly, just throwing bombs, being annoying, running around the map, trying to flank. I don't believe I've seen them push through mid once. They've been flanking every other time. But now it looks like mid belongs to Octo Express. LDE Forge is good. It's going to try to push back into their core. But I believe Shinigami gets 2 under glass with that Ink Brush. And Yellow gets taken out by a bomb as soon as they land. You hate it when that happens. I know I do. And it's just kind of a bit of a stalemate in mid. Both teams fighting for the zone. Meat Boy's going to hammer in. Fire's going to shut that down promptly. No funny business here. They said the hammer buff did not work for you. Watch this. It is still just a bit of a stalemated zone, but Octo Express does need to find some kind of offensive footing because they are down and they haven't really been able to push only once this time. And LDE Forge is good. Quickly came back in. Fire gets 3 on this flank. Oh my goodness. Octo excuse me, Splatter Shot is not dead. This holy, and then they're gonna pop the Zuka to try to cheese a pick on the glass. Not gonna find anything, but regardless, LDE Forge is good, is back in control, exactly where they want to be. They force out the hammer from Meat Boy, who doesn't find anyone, but TK does get taken out on the side, as well as Fox, their good Forge Pro. So it's just 2 players alive for a Forge is good. They're gonna opt to back up all the way into their plat because Octo Express was that aggressive on that retake. And Forge is good is just going to try to build up their special economy and try to push back in, and they kind of need to do it quick because the penalty is gone for Octo Express. And as I say that, TK is going to zip behind, and he's going to get a pick onto Shinigami, get another pick on the Meat Boy. That's 2 picks, crucial picks on that push back in from TK on the Zipcaster. You love to see high quality Stamper play because let's face it, that weapon is really hard. And we're back on the LD Forge is good, a very familiar situation. LD Forge is good on the front, ready to push back in, ready to almost lock out. They only have a little under 30 ticks to go. And we have a cooler online for them. Meat Boy hammers in, gets a pick onto the shot. Almost picks off Fox as well, but they stay alive. However, the edit goes down. Red goes down. That's no cooler. And I believe it's Octo Express's turn to start pushing into the court. It's going to be a trade with Meat Boy on the Luna and Fox on the Pro. Edit battle on glass, that's a clean trade. No coolers for now. So we have to see what other specials come online. We see a Booyah and a Zuka directly at the same time, and they get a double onto the right with TK's Stamper's help. TK is gonna try to zip against Critter. Critter's gonna shut that down. Gonna get traded out though by the Pro. Shinigami is gonna take out the shot from the other side. That's the brush flanking I'm talking about. And they're also gonna take out Fox, and it's only 2 people left in the court of LD Forge's good. Shinigami gets a little overzealous, gets taken out. So now Octo Express is gonna have to chill out. And as I say that, TK gets overzealous, gets taken out by Critter. Critter has cooler. They just pop strikes. I think Octo Express is trying to turn this game around. They have court entirely, and it's a trade with Meat Boy and the shot yet again. Critter's gonna opt to back up, just paint the zone, paint over this Booyah. It's only 2 players alive for LD Forge is good. This is looking kind of scary for them. Fox does take out, oh my, yellow, but they get a trade, and that's huge. It's just fire. He's gonna go down, and just like that, Octo Express has stolen this game from LD Forge is good. Oh my goodness. I think a big part of that was the flanks from Shinigami. I don't want to glorify Brush, but like, into a team like this, into a team that's so control oriented, it's hard to run just kooky flank, like bullcrap weapons, if you will, like Rush. But like, they made it work. I mean, I'm thoroughly impressed. I fully thought that Brush was gonna get shut down again, but that Brush really just, Shinigami just made that Brush work. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just ran in, did whatever they want. Now we're gonna see, but I think there was definitely, we saw glimmers of dominance from LD Forge is good. This is the winners bracket team after all. Octo, so it's kind of rhythm versus rest also, because Octo Express has been, moving through this losers bracket, and LD Forge is good. They just, they won winners, and then they were just, sitting there basically just watching the stream for, I think, the better part of an hour. So it's gonna be, it might take them a little bit of time to get back into it, but we're gonna see a counter pick. The counter pick from LD Forge is good. It's gonna be Clam Blitz, Barnacle, and Dime. And this is an interesting one because it doesn't exactly shut down this Brush, but it does limit its options, right? You can only go, basically left or right, and someone's going to be watching those at all times. If you do it right, you can have someone watching left and right at all times. So this could be an opportunity for the Brushes. Also, TK's Stamper is kind of going to thrive here, because like I said, only left and right, those are the only flanks. Those are 2 thin alleys, and mid is just a flat box. Like, there's no really geometry. There's a little stack of boxes in mid, but like, other than that, that's it. So the Stamper is gonna kind of do numbers here. The Zipcaster also has a lot of spots to latch onto, so I think this does help their comp a lot, because the LD Forge is good is like a very basic comp. They have, a filler shot and an edit, and then a Pro that more or less just farms Booyah and like fights after it's gotten its specials, and it has cooler, very, very standard comp, and then a Stamper that just goes and does high damage, does sword things, you know what I'm saying? So I think that'll be interesting. I'm curious to see what Octo Express is going to bring out here, because they always do a little kooky thing. So we're going to see the same thing out of LD Forge is good. This time we're going to see yellow from the T-Tech switch over to the Splat Roller. That's kind of a big jump. And then Meat Boy doing more hammer shenanigans. This time I'm going to pull out the sploosh. I was not expecting a sploosh, but now that I hear it, I think that would be good too. But as we're getting into it, because the sploosh is fast. Like, it can get into different places. It's disgustingly ratty. But let's get into it. Octo Express goes 3 down straight away. It's just Meat Boy on the sploosh. This is what I'm talking about. The snaky, slippery stuff. Gonna take out Fox with that cooler and the sploosh movement. It's pretty hard to hit that thing. Red's gonna shut down that hammer though, and then pop a cooler. It's still more or less just neutral in mid. Clam advantage is in the hands of LD Forge is good. Yellow gets through, takes out red, and Critter and Meat Boy are going to try to take the stack. Meat Boy gets taken out by Zuka from the side, I believe. Critter gets chipped by both Zuka and this Stamper. Stamper's going to try to hold the stack by themselves, and they managed to do so far, taking out Yellow's roller, and then taking out Meat Boy's jump. It's just Critter on the edit. Fire's going to try to 1v1 that. They're going to win it. Mid belongs to LD Forge is good, and so does the first score of the game. Let's see how far they can get with this. It doesn't look like they're going to get super far. And as I say that, it's a trade from Fire onto Shinigami and a clean pick from Fox onto Yellow. And then TK cleans up Meat Boy. So it looks like we're going to have around a 60-point lead. How about that max damage 70 shot from DK? Just holding down the stack, holding down the fort. Just gonna poke people out, try to not get taken out. Beautiful combo from TK and Red's edit. That's gonna take out Yellow again. They really have to keep this roller and sploosh in check. They cannot be flanked. If they let themselves get flanked, it's gonna be disaster for LD Forge is good. And there's an ad. We're back at it. Octo Express is getting held in their court right now by LD Forge good. Fire's gonna swim right past Yellow and throw the ball in, but get promptly taken out afterwards. Now it's just TK on the Stamper trying to hold mid, 1v1ing this brush on Shinigami right here. Shinigami's gonna win that fight. Yellow's gonna shark under this snipe area, try to get some paint. Their other teammates are gonna paint up mid, get some clam economy going. Yellow almost gets taken out by the bomb, but evades it quite nicely. Shinigami does get taken out, so that's their forward pressure gone. And now LD Forge is gonna try to push back into their stack here. It's just Fox under the stack. Meat Boy gets taken out, trying to get a little cute. LD Forge is good. Said no, sir. You're not doing none of those shenanigans here today. We're stopping that right here, right now. We need to get this game back. Meat Boy's gonna throw this hammer at TK, gonna connect, and Yellow gets taken out, trying to push in. Meat Boy's going under the snipe. Fire gets taken out, which means the snipe area is completely free to be Meat Boy's. Meat Boy's going to try to get the lead with these clams. They're going to get taken out by Fox. Shinigami's on the top right. They're also going to get taken out. Critter's going to take it out, and this push is dead in its tracks. Meat Boy jumps in, tries to maybe just annoy them a little bit, if nothing else, buy their teammates some time, and that is exactly what they do. And then they re-hit and take out Fire's shot on the left side. Here's Shinigami again, sharking on this left side, and they know about it. They said, we need to watch this guy. We got to watch this brush. I do think this comp is so hard to fight against because they have 3 weapons that just go in and do crazy things. So it's like, how do you plan to keep track of all of them? You know what I mean? But I would say that Forge is good is doing quite a good job of it. And as I say that, they lose the lead, but they do clear this push out very quickly. Fox is going to go ahead, get that forward pressure going, try to take the stack early. Shinigami and Meat Boy are already there to meet them. They get taken out because it is a 2v1. That's kind of hard to do on your own as a Forge, and it's kind of a stalemate mid again. But paint advantage looks like it is in the hands of Octo Express, and I believe Shinigami and Yellow are going to try to take advantage of that. Here's Asuka from Fire trying to take out Shinigami. It's not going to happen. Yellow sneaks through on the front and picks off the edit, but they're going to get traded out. But it's still a 2v1. It's a 2v3 situation for the advantage of Octo Express. Fire's going to try to flank Critter. It is going to work, but on the other side, I believe a ball was made, but it wasn't thrown in. I believe Meat Boy got taken out. Yellow stops Fire's overzealous push, and Critter jumps back in. So now Octo Express has stabilized on their stack yet again. TK has the Zipcaster ready to go, just trying to poke out, trying to find Shinigami, trying to get this pick. They know they're close by somewhere. They see them, but Critter gets taken out, so the rest of Octo Express needs to back up a little bit. And here's Meat Boy just sharking, waiting. TK gets a nice 70 on the Shinigami, can't finish it though, and they're gonna just recall right back. They gotta, once they splat Meat Boy, LD Forge is good to go. Excuse me, Meat Boy and Yellow got back onto the stack. This stall is working wonders for them, just buying time for their backbone, for their edit to come back, give them pain, give them control, give them, you know, some long range threatening power. And Meat Boy's gonna flank on the sploosh. This is what I'm talking about, this sploosh shenanigans, and just end the game right here. Oh my goodness, this is, I really don't like fighting splooshes for that reason specifically, especially like on Clan Blitz, because they can really go wherever they want. Like, it doesn't seem like it, because unless you have perfect control, perfect paint, perfect, like, not perfect, but near perfect control, paint, and, you know, watching of everything, they're gonna get through and they're gonna make your game miserable. You're going to have a bad time, if you will. So I think Meat Boy utilized that sploosh quite well in just kind of discombobulating LDE Forge is good. And also together him, Meat Boy and Yellow just stalling that stack, that was so good, buying their team extra time, because if they didn't do that, if they got taken out there, it would have been a massive push for LDE Forge is good because they had the clamps. But now on to the next game. We're going to go to Splat Zones, Mahi Resort for LDE Forge is good. I do like this pick from them because there's not much cover in mid in terms of the fight and like just being ratty for the sploosh. The sploosh can't really rat as much and be a nuisance, because if you're gonna go in, like whether it's a sploosh or a brush or like whatever 3 crazy weapons that they decide to bring out, you can't just do whatever you want on this map. Like this map kind of forces structured gameplay. So this is good for LD Forge is good because they play with structure. They play with a almost like a cookie cutter. Like they play with a plan, right? Octo Express just kind of pulls random shenanigans, and they've been working so far. So they're trying to shut that down with, you know, minimal geometry, minimal ways to flank. There's not really any flanks here except the islands on the sides, but you can see those pretty easily. It's not like it's not hidden because it's on top of everything. It's overlooking. So that really does nerf the sploosh a little bit. And like roller is kind of good here if it can get to your ledges, but if it can't get to your ledges, if it's just stuck in mid and you're painting it out, which LD Forge is good, does have a severe paint advantage over Octo Express, so that's why I think zones is also good for them. But since you have an objective that's just staying in mid, and you have like a mid that is entirely a flat surface, the roller can't really do much if you're painting it out. Like if you see where the roller is and you're just focusing on, like if you have your edit, just spray at wherever that roller is at all times, or like anywhere that they could swim away from, you're kind of sitting pretty. You're doing pretty good for yourself. But here we go. We're getting into it. Mahi Resort Splat Zones. We're gonna see Old Faithful. We're gonna see Old Faithful coming out from LD Forge is good. And this time Octo Express Meat Boy is gonna hop onto the vanilla Luna Blaster with that Zipcaster. But otherwise the same comp from the Hagglefish Zones game. I wonder why they're going with the Zipcaster. There aren't many Zipcaster spots on this map, but it can prove troublesome for some teams. But I don't know that this is the team to do it against, because like I said, they have a sniper TK on this pillow, taking out Shinigami, trying to back away, but Critter's gonna punish that real quick. Meat Boy is quickly under LD for just good snipe, taking out Red, but getting traded out also. It's kind of more or less a stalemate in zone. It looks like Octo Express has the control. Critter's gonna win a 1v1 onto fire. Shinigami gets taken out by this Booyah. Just picks happening, just trades happening left and right. But Octo Express does have control of the zone. They're gonna fight on LD Forge's Good's chair. It's going to be a 2-2 trade, but they still have control. And Yellow has those strikes online. Fire's trying to farm this Trizuka, waiting for the water level to drop. Here we go. Now we have a full map on our hands. Like Fire is going to Zuka from the side, try to cheese a pick on the zone. Not going to find anything. And Octo Express is just taking these points down. LD Forge's Good needs to get... So, just me. I'm just talking to myself. Just like mock casting, you know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, sorry, my mom came in, so I'm gonna start back from here. She's like, who are you talking to? Anyway, here we go. Yellow has these spikes online. Fire's gonna farm this Suka on the left island. The water level's gonna drop. We have a full map now. Fire gonna pop this Suka onto the zone, try to cheese a pick. They're not gonna find anyone, and Octo Express pops their strikes just to solidify their remain control on the zone. And LD Forge is gonna needs to win a fight quickly, because this zone is taking very quickly. And as I said, the Shinigami gets 2 picks, one of them with the killer whale. But as I say that, LD Forge is good does manage to divert enough attention away from the zone and cap it with their superior painting power. Red's gonna pop a cooler. LD Forge is good is ready for this hold. They have a Zipcaster. They're not gonna have a Booyah or a Zuka by the time Octo Express starts pushing. They are going to be close. The Octo Express is going to pop those strikes onto the zone. Meat Boy is going to get taken out. It's a trade with Fire as well, and then Shinigami also gets taken out. So LD Forge is good has man advantage right now. And Yellow gets taken out by Red. Beautiful shots from the edit. I love seeing the backlines get some of the action in. Red's going to be on this kind of flank from the island. Going to win the 1v1 with Critter. edit superiority, how about that? And it looks like a lockout from LDE Forge is good. Everyone's just getting taken out. Flock, I don't know who that was. Somebody knifed yellow into like the back of their spawn. Shinigami's gonna try to make some magic happen, but that's the thing, you don't have that much paint on the zone. Meat Boy with the Luna Blaster zipping in, just being annoying, diverting attention away from the zone. Enough time for yellow to get the strikes off. They do get the strikes off, but it doesn't matter because LDE Forge is good, holds off for just long enough to KO and slap it right there. And I think that's what you need to do against a team like Octo Express, who does these weird sharky shenanigans, right? You need to, especially on splat zone, you take them to splat zones, you take your comp that outpaints them severely, and you take your comp that outpaints them so severely, and you basically just play objective. You divert their attention away from the objective, make them do the thing that they want to do, right? They want to fight, they just want to kill you, and then, oh yeah, we don't have to paint the zone if they're all dead. We don't have to worry about how much paint we have if they're all dead. However, if they all die away from the zone and their edit is still in the back, just painting zone, being that backbone, getting jumps back in, providing cooler, it's okay. Because yeah, maybe you guys have better fighting power close range, but on a map like this where it's hard to get close without, you know, your Luna Zipcaster. But the thing with Luna Zipcaster is you have to zip close, because if you zip far away, it's not like Stamper or Squiffer where you can hit a shot from long range. You have to get close. So you zip close, they can easily dodge that and then just pick you off right there and just shut you down instantly. That's the only AoE this team has. It's gone. Now you just have a brush, an edit, and a T-Tech. Those aren't going to win fights against Forge and a Stamper. And I think LD Forge is good, played it really well. They got knocked on their heels a little bit at first, but then they really brought it back. They said, no, we know what we're doing. We got it here. We don't worry. So now that it's Octo Express, they won Clan Blitz, so it's their turn to counterpick. They won Clan Blitz, so they can't pick it again. Although I think that is their best mode. I think LD Forge is good. Kind of fumbled the ball a little bit, counterpicking Clan Blitz into you know, a weird flanky team like Octo Express. But I believe if I were Octo Express, I would pick Tower Control. Obviously, like the two obvious picks right now are Tower Control and Rainmaker, because you don't really want to pick, you can't pick spot zones again because you won those two as well. It's going to be Rainmaker, Humpback, Pump Track, a very hard map to hit people on sometimes, especially if your LDE Forge is good and you don't have any kind of like true AoE weapons. Like you have an edit, a pro, a splatter shot, and a Stamper. None of these weapons can really hit over hills like this. You know, you don't have any blasters on your team, you don't have any buckets on your team, so this is a very good pick for Octo Express. And as I say, they're playing into a team that doesn't have any kind of like slope AoE like this, and on the other side they have a roller player, they have a blaster player, they have a brush player. I wouldn't be surprised if they pull out the Tri-Slosher or something from maybe Meeple. I don't really know what these players play, but I wouldn't be surprised if you saw like a Tri-Slosher. I don't think any of them play Slosher, because I feel like if they played Slosher, they would have played it already. But this comp very much heavily favors. Excuse me, no, Meeple's probably gonna end up playing Sploosh, because I mean it's Sploosh on Rainmaker. You know, highest DPS on the shield. It's got a hammer. It's got a curling bomb. I will bet $20. I would bet $20 to somebody that Meat Boy is gonna flank up the left side at some point in this game, because that's just what Sploosh do. We're gonna get into it. I'm so excited to see what Octo Express runs for this, because this is like this team's playground. I feel like they just thrive here. Oh wow, okay. So I was a bit wrong. We are gonna see the Sploosh shot from Meat Boy, but Yellow's gonna switch off. Onto the splatter shot. The vanilla splatter shot with that Zuka, and Shinigami is gonna pick this the new Octo brush with auto bomb Kraken. So they're just going for the old tried and true, not really tried and true, but the top level theory craft of just cheese the Rainmaker. Don't let them get anywhere. We have Kraken, we have Zuka. A bomb is going to take out two players from LD Forge is good. Octo Express is going to have more or less a free trip to this pedestal as soon as the Zuka is done. Meatboy a bit of a misplay on the painting, but they're still going to get the check and survive. They're gonna try to contest the pop. That's not gonna happen. They're gonna get taken out by the Booyah behind them, and it's 2 down for Octo Express. But they are gonna Zuka. Yellow's gonna fight back with a nice Zuka onto Fox, and then take out Fire. How about that nice double? That's gonna allow them to keep mid. That could have gone bad for them in a hurry, but instead they're gonna push more points on it. Yellow has the Rainmaker now, and Octo Express is setting up the push. It looks like there's a flank on the left side, and look at that. It is Meat Boy on this push, flanking on the left side. Yellow takes 1 out from Foam Pit, but Shinigami, she gets taken out. Shinigami's going to finish the other 2 on that Kraken, and they can just keep pushing because they keep trading, but they're okay with these trades because they have the control, they have the fighting power, they have the kills, and I believe the Booyah from Fox took out 2, and now we're seeing a pushback the other way from LDE Forges. They kind of have to go quickly because these flanky, these sharky players, this brush and this sploosh, they're getting where they need to go very quickly. And Shinigami on the brush is sharking on the checkpoint. They're gonna get pushed out by Red and Fox's Rainmaker. The Zuka's gonna come out from Yellow, not gonna make any of the shots onto the Rainmaker. They really wanted that pick there. Yellow goes down to the Rainmaker. Everyone's very close to the Rainmaker, and that's kind of dangerous for Octo Express. They let the checkpoint fall. Fox is gonna retaliate onto Critter. They said, you need to back up because I'm going to show you why. And now Red has the Rainmaker, and it looks like LD Forge is good, pushing it the other way. They said, this set is not over yet. We don't care that this is your map, that this is your map mode, and that you're up 2-1. We're gonna get this going. And as I say that, it's a really good defense from Octo Express. They push back in, they completely wipe LD Forge is good. Now LD Forge is good is on the back foot again. They're trying to farm their specials. They're trying to get back into it. Red overextends and gets taken out by the Rainmaker. That's unfortunate. Shinigami is gonna try to spearhead this push with this Kraken, going in with Yellow behind them, just painting for this Rainmaker. Critter's gonna go on the other side and just try to ignore all of the noise. They're gonna get taken out by Fox, who's already flanking in mid. They see Meat Boy flanking on the left side. They have to divert attention away because they're gonna get jumps as well. Meat Boy's gonna take out TK, but then get taken out by Red, and it's just more jumps on the right side. I think they see it. They gotta go. There's people from literally every side of the map on Octo Express, and Yellow's just gonna walk it all the way up to 1 point left. And now LD Forge is good is in a situation where they have to KO against a team with an AoE weapon on Humpback Pump Track. This is a very precarious situation, but they can do it. They do have the special power, they do have the firepower, they do have the skill to be able to do it. They do not see Critter sharking on the elbow. They're going to take out Fox. Thank goodness they were coolered up, so they still keep their Booyah Bomb just as the cooler shuts down, so it's like perfect timing for them, really. Yellow Zuka is going to try to cheese a pick over this wall onto Red, not going to be able to find it. TK is going to go in with the Zipcaster. The rest of LD Forge is good, needs to push up with them. Meat Boy's Hammer gets taken out early. That means they're not going to be able to push back in, but they do have a Kraken as well. This is why this comp is so good, just chasing down Red, eventually going to take it out, just waiting for the domino to fall, and there it is. Shinigami is going to get promptly traded out, as well as Meat Boy, and it's still man advantage for LD Forge is good. They're going to snipe Yellow. Fire's going to snipe Yellow with Izuka, saying, don't try to pick my weapon. I know how to play this thing. But yeah, they're gonna actually push the left side now, and I think this is good for LD Forge good because they can just pop, the Rainmaker can just pop shots onto this top left and just wait for their man advantage. Except they don't wait. They're gonna get taken out by the Zuka. They got a little overzealous. They're gonna try to contest this pop now. I believe they're gonna get it. It's close. LD Forge good does get the pop, which means they get the paint on the board. Meat Boy pops his hammer onto Fox. Fox is gonna pop that Booyah for safety. Red is gonna get taken out, tried to cheese the Rainmaker all the way up to the KO. Remind you, like, they have to get a KO. If they don't KO, they lose the game. And it's another ad. We will come back soon. Alright, we're back into it. Fire is gonna take out Yellow on this drop. Just Fire. I feel like Fire's got a petty grudge still right now, just trying to diff Yellow at every turn, saying don't play my weapon. Shot is my weapon, and watch how I play it. Fox is gonna try to push up onto Yellow. They gotta take out this Rainmaker, and they do. Critter is just trying to stall out TK. It's numbers advantage for Octo Express. This is not looking good for LD Forge. Is good. Fire gets taken out, and then they swiftly swoop in and take the Rainmaker. They end the set. Octo Express from the losers bracket wins the first round of grand finals, forcing a bracket reset onto LD Forge is good. And it looks like rhythm beat rest in this situation. When you're playing with, especially when you're playing with a team when you're playing together just over and over and over again, I feel like you only get better. I feel like it takes, especially if you're just winning, I feel like it takes a long time to get to that burnout stage. Like people are like, oh, we got burnt out, that's why, we started falling off in this tournament. Like that's, my team had that issue for quite a while. We would play low wink, we would get to the bracket, and then somewhere at like losers round 3 or 4, like people would start getting burnt out, and then we would just start playing worse. But I feel like that doesn't really happen as much if you're just winning. You know what I'm saying? Because you feel like it's just you're in that rhythm. You're not like, you're in flow state. You're not even like thinking about it much anymore. Especially on Rainmaker, on these weapons where you're basically just playing X rank, but like a coordinated X rank. Like you're flanking. You're doing whatever you want to do because you're on sploosh. You're on brush. You're just doing things, pulling shenanigans. If word of the day for Octo Express is shenanigans. That's what they did. Just like LD Portugal didn't know where to look. Like, wait, there's a sploosh on your left. There's a brush to your left. There's an edit in front of you, and there's a shot Zuka you from the side. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, it's kind of crazy. And I know, like, we kind of give the pros flack for, like, the top levels flack for their, like, how much they hate Rainmaker. Like, oh, it's so easy, you can just Zuka and crack and spam and you win. And it's like, oh yeah, but that's boring. Like, you gotta think of it more. But like, it does work. Like, all you really need to do is have an invincible special that can burrow through everything and take out the Rainmaker at will. And a special that in North America at least has been nothing short of everyone's great white whale, that they just wanted to see it go because it was so good. The Zuka, it's like, it's a massive hitbox. It's a massive 2-shot hitbox, and it has a 1-shot. Like, if you just shoot at the Rainmaker, especially in an alley in Humpback Punch Track, where the only way to go is that little door, you just pop Zuka shots at it, and if it doesn't take them out, at the very least it stalls time, and that's huge. Stalls time, gets your other players in, gets more pain in, gets more bombs in, gets time for, say, a Zipcaster or a Hammer or a Kraken to farm, and then boom, there you go, that push is dead. So that's gonna be it for this video. I'm also gonna cast the bracket reset, but this video is already like 30 minutes or something, so I'm just gonna split it up. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Try to get me out there. Somebody clip a ton of this and just like jack it up, like make somebody see this. I'm gonna put this all over Twitter. But yeah, that's it. God loves you. Like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. Bye.